Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about my future Starfield modding community and what's required to make it work. Now, in order to make it to pay, in order to give me the time to make mods one every 3 months like I used to, I will have to be doing that full time. But I need my bills paying, so I can't do that full time. I was a carer before, and I was looking after sick family members. And I spent my time sat around waiting for them to need me. And in that time, I made mods. So I had the time. Usually, it was time begged, borrowed, and stolen from places, but I had the time to make mods. Now I don't. Now I'm working full time. So what would have taken me 3 months to make a mod will now take me a year. So it makes a difference. So unless I get Patreon or the site to pay for this YouTube channel to pay for my bills, so they cover my monthly bills, and I can do this full time, I'm facing basically taking longer to make mods, and everything will be slower. That's down to you. You can change that. You can become a patron or promote the site, share the videos, generally make this YouTube channel more popular. That will increase income and things and times like that. And I've got to be monetized for that to happen. So people have to watch the videos all the way through. That you can't just do the first 3 minutes like you've been doing, because right now what's holding me back is viewing hours. And the viewing hours is only about 1,400, I think it is, and it needs to be 4,000. So viewing hours is holding that back. But you can promote the channel, you can become a patron. Now what happens if we do hit that magic mark? Well, it means I can switch from doing my day job onto doing this full time. Any excess money will then go on to paying for voice actors, professional voice actors. So the actual voice acting in my mods is substantially improved. But what if you don't? What if you don't help promote the site or the YouTube channel? What if you don't become a patron? Then basically players will be doing the voice work. And when people say the voice actor this sucks, I'll say, well, there's the Patreon link. Sign up and become part of the solution, or shut up and go away. And that's the way it's going to be. So if you don't subscribe and whatever, the mods will be paid one a year maybe, and might not even go ahead, right? The channel, well not channel, the website may or may not get created. There's a lot of things that may or may not happen if the support isn't there. Because if you don't support me now, you wouldn't really support me later. So it's a dead duck, isn't it, really? But anyhow, if it does go ahead, the site will be used like it did with Respawn, Mexstorm and the Engineering Guild. It will basically be a central focus for development of my mods. Those that want a say in my mod, and just to be clear here, right, and I want to make this perfectly clear because some players are wrongly under the assumption that they are entitled to have an influence over anything I do by being nasty to me. I ain't going to wash here. I am God over my own work. I get to choose when it gets made, how it gets made, the subject, who downloads it, when they download it, how often it gets updated. Basically, every aspect of it is controlled by me. Nobody else gets a say on that unless I let them have a say on that. This site here is where you get that say, right? You join the site, you start replying to comments, you get to influence the work done, how it happens, how it's released, the way forward. That's how I've always worked. So players can influence the work when they join the site and start getting involved on the forums. Voice actors and stuff, again, that's a tricky one because people like to sign up for voice acting and never submit a line, which holds back the mods. So I developed a system of working where I record every line. Right? It's when I'm making mods, I record every single line. And I won't make a female character unless I have female voice actors on the forum. And when I know I've got them on the forum, that's the only time I will make female characters. So I can get a mod finished with nobody helping. It's after version 1 that I start making changes according to the help I've got. So this is a system I developed for a number of years to guarantee the mods get finished. Right, because I've seen mods held in limbo for years because somebody who signed up forgot they signed up and didn't even want to submit any lines. And the people running the mod were too polite to tell the guy to get his finger out of his ass and start submitting the lines. Me, I've got no problem telling them that they're off the team by, because they're the ones sabotaging my work by holding it back by simply not producing the work they promised to make. And I think you do have to be a bit hard, on these players in order to send a message that that will not be tolerated. If you're agreeing to help, you submit the lines or you go away. It's as simple as that. But we generally have a bit of fun though making the mods, and we have a bit of fun with the voice acting, and we have a laugh with the testing, depending on the game. I mean, Mexer, we used to have an online server we used to join once a week and just test each other's maps out and ideas and mods. And that was a lot of fun. Respawn, we had similar things to the Engineering Guild. So yeah, we also hosted other people's mods as well on Respawn. So. But anyway, the fact one of the mods I hosted led to Rome Total War being made, because it was a Rome campaign mod. And he only made that because I showed people how to make campaigns. So Rome Total War indirectly comes from one of my early mods. Although it was the popularity of the Rome mod that made Rome Total War a consideration. Anyway, that was just a bit of sideline for you. That's how modders can influence full games. I've done that quite a lot in the past. There's quite a few games influenced by me. You'd be surprised. Anyway, if you do want to support me, you go to Patreon, that's great. If you want to promote the channel, that's great. This all needs to start now, by the way. All has to start now. The aim, though, is to have a separate site and a forum to do the making of the mod on, release it from. So if anybody tries the usual report the mod to death to make it disappear so you can't download it, it will be nice and safe on my site. I will probably be using ModDB again for public downloads. So that will be a nice independent download area for everybody to use. I don't use Nexus, I don't use Bethesda's site, they're too toxic down there, and I make mods for fun, not to be dealing with twats. So I'll be very much focused on maintaining the fun. Now if it doesn't become fun, if people do spoil it, if people's attitudes do make it a pain, the whole thing will be closed down. I will close down, stop Patreon donations, go back to work, and I will write it off as a bad job. Because I don't do this to be bitched at, moaned at, and have my life made hell. And I really don't want to be having a heart attack before I'm 60, right, because of the stress. So this is about fun, enjoying ourselves, getting the most out of the games we like, and not about spreading toxic attitudes around. So those narcissists out there will not be welcome on the site. Those trolls on this thing will not be welcome on the site. I'm looking for normal gamers who like mods, who like gaming, who want to have fun, and are as interested as I am in making it happen. That's where I'm coming from. I've done it successfully 3 times in the past. Admittedly, the last time was under a great deal of stress, so it didn't feel that way at times, but I have successfully done it 3 times in the past. This is a routine for me by now. I've got a routine, I've got a formula that works, and it's down to you whether you want to be part of it or not. And I'm giving you the option. You can help me make it a profession for me, so I've got the time, commitment I can spend to these modding efforts and to you, or you don't, and it'll just be a part-time hobby that doesn't get anywhere near the kind of time it needs in order to work effectively. Ball's in your court. Remember, Patreon is a direct way of helping because that will increase my funding. The other way is Google, but you have to watch the videos, right? Because viewing time is counted towards monetarisation. Unless that hits 4,000, it won't be monetarised. And even if it does hit 4,000 hours, you do have to have an awful lot of viewers in order for it to actually work. Right, so your choice. You pick the path, I'll go with it. Okay. In the meantime, we will be talking about Starfield ideas as more information comes out. But understand what I'm talking about is a brand new site, brand new forums, brand new ideas for a brand new game. See you in the next one.